Rolling through 1 and 2 in the red and white. Hill Signs, Victory Cleaning, Batteries Plus Booms, Where's Machine, UTAC Trailers, JR1 Motorsports, car number 1X, that is Vernon Hill. Vernon Hill in the 1X. Rolling off at turn number 2 in the white and silver with the pink trim on it. That is Hampel Excavation. Photos by Bank, Hampel Insurance Services, Hill Masonry, THR Transport. Car number 29, that is Ty Hampel. Ty Hampel, most recent feature winner here as well as track championship points leader. Rolling through turns 3 and 4 right now out of Black Eagle. Batteries Plus Bulbs, Hillside G&L Enterprises, JR1 Motorsports, Double Down Casino, Crown Casino, Black Eagle Country Club. Wheel Deal Auto, car number 30, that is Gary Hill. Gary Hill in car number 30. And the third different Hill running in the late model division here this evening for JR1 Motorsports, P1 Media, Hill Signs, Victory Cleaning, Batteries Plus Bulbs, Dirt Defender, Where's Machine, Trace My Space, Molecule Sports, Maxima Racing Oil, Maurice Meyer Construction, Tim Ames Motorsports, Precision Race Works, Kyler Rapella Motorsports, Angel Flight West, Mariah's Edge Ranch, Performance Bodies, Kryptonine Race Cars, Dave Co. Service and Repair, Circle Track App, Gorsuch Performance Solutions, and Kevco Racing. That is the 1H of Vernon Hill Jr. Vernon Hill Jr. in the 1H. $50-50 raffle still walking around. Hit those guys up. That is the Falls. The Falls Quarter Midget Club. We'll get some hot laps in for these late model guys, and then we'll roll into opening ceremonies here. Thank you for being here at Electric City Speedway here this evening. Hot laps right now on the racing surface. We welcome everybody in on Facebook Live. JR1 Motorsports Street Stocks, Daybridge Sweets with Soto Midwest Modifieds, AutoWorks Repair and More Super Stocks, and the 406 Flooring Late Models. Getting some hot laps in here this evening. Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome once again to Kids Breakout Night here at Electric City Speedway. It is at this time that we would like to ask you to rise and remove your headgear. Delivering tonight's invocation from Racing with Jesus Ministries, Steve Fowler.
Thank you, Kelby. Thanks, everybody, for being here tonight. We'll have a great night of racing. Let's go to the Lord in prayer. Lord, we thank you for a beautiful evening to come and enjoy the sport of racing. We thank you we live in a country where we're free to come and do that. Pray for our military who serve here and around the world, and that we get to celebrate our 250th anniversary before by next week. And I pray that you'd be with the military, keep them safe, and help them to know how much we appreciate all that they do for us to provide for our freedoms. Pray you'd be with the racers tonight, help them to perform to the best of their abilities. Pray you'd keep them safe, their crews safe, the workers here at the track safe, and the fans safe. Help us to have a great night of racing and grow closer to you every day. In Jesus' name I pray. Amen.
Thank you, Steve. Now that we ask that you would please remain standing for the Star Spangled Banner. A truly American song for the truest of American sports. Drivers, start your engines. Nine cars in heat race number 1 for the Wausoda Street Stocks. Presented by JR1 Motorsports. JR1 Motorsports heat race number 1. JR1 Motorsports founded in 2022 by Electric City Speedway regular Vernon Hill Jr. JR1 Motorsports has 2 goals: to offer professional customer service and to provide the highest quality racing products in dirt track racing. Visit jr1motorsports.com or call them at 406-899-5929 or drop in at 2405 Wire Mill Road in Black Eagle to fill your need for speed today. On the front row of heat race number 1, car number 4C, Travis Shoemate and Brian Johnson on the front row. Destry Adams and Braxton Tinker from row number 2. That's Weninger actually on the outside of row number 2. Looks like Braxton Tinker is a scratch. Or no. Caden Kramer, Robert Petrov, Patrick Harvey, and Cale Tinker. Heat race number 1 is underway. So Brian Johnson, it looks like, ended up being a scratch. Travis Shoemate takes off with the lead through 1 and 2. Traffic jam through 1 and 2. Everybody gets through. Braxton Tinker into second. Wenninger going side by side with Adams off at turn number 4. Adams pushes. Gets a little squirrely. Wenninger able to take the second spot from Braxton Tinker. Robert Petrov working his way through the field in the 11th star. Caden Craver misses the bottom. Harvey crosses him over. As we've got 4 cars breaking away from the field and 4 cars duking it out for 5th on back right now. Robert Petrov all over the rear end of Braxton Tinker. Black number 11 and white and pink number 2. That's the battle for 3rd off of turn number 2. Petrov going to try and cut it down off of turn number 4 to get to the inside of Tinker. Goes side by side with him, but Braxton Tinker is able to hold on to the spot. Here comes Cale Tinker now into 1 and 2, trying to make it a 3-car race for the 3rd spot. Travis Shoemate running away and hiding right now, almost a 2-second advantage as Petrov continues his drive forward. Contact, little bit of a gaggle into 3 and 4 that time. Caden Kramer gets the worst of that. He spins her out. They're going to let him keep it rolling. Shoemate having to check up. Caden Kramer able to keep it going. Shoemate completes lap number 5. 3 laps to go for the 4C. Wenninger in second. Robert Petrov has moved from 8th to 3rd. Cale Tinker is 9th to 4th. Travis Shoemate completes at lap number 6. Almost a 3-second lead for the 4C. Wenninger is in second. Wenninger moved from the 6th spot. He's up to second. Patrick Harvey is in 5th off of turn number 4. White flag in the air for Shoemate. Shoemate through 1 and 2. Down the back straightaway for the final time into turn number 3. 2.9 seconds is the advantage when he took the white flag. Now into 3 and off of turn number 4. No issues for Travis Shoemate. Neat race at number 1. Presented by JR1 Motorsports. Shoemate wins it. Wenninger in second. Petrov in 3rd. Cale Tinker and Patrick Harvey the top 5. Heat race number 1 for the Staybridge Suites Wissota Midwest Modifieds. Staybridge Suites is an extended stay hotel offering elevated residential style studios and suites, complimentary daily breakfast buffet, complimentary light bites, and happy hour 3 days a week, and ample amenities to accommodate both short-term and extended stay guests. Call 406-761-4903 or visit staybridge.com to book your stay today. Heat race number 1. Track championship points leader coming to us out of Black Eagle. Vernon Hill Jr. on the pole alongside of Michael Shore in car number 22. Tommy Bush will start 3rd. Brock Salisbury starting 4th. Fred Hansen in the Shoemate car starting in 5th. Carl Sangray is in 6th, and Vance Lorenz in car number 7, scheduled to start in the 7th position. Keep getting in on that quarter midget raffle. And also get in on that street stock raffle, the Azure car down there in the Midway. Call Steph Honey, get in contact with her at 406-868-9449. Only 46 seats available for that one as the lights go out here on heat race at number 1 for Staybridge Sweeps Soda Midwest Modifieds. VJ and Michael Shore. On the front row, J.D. Olson looks him over. Green flag waves on heat race number 1. Junior takes the lead through 1 and 2. Michael Shore in second. Tommy Bush settles into the third spot. Side by side between Salisbury and Hansen for third. Now Bush pushes, and that becomes a 3-wide battle for third. Brock Salisbury splits him, takes the third spot in the B1. Vernon Hill Jr. has the lead. Now Salisbury out of shape. Tommy Bush battles back in the yellow 086. The white B1 and the yellow 086. Battle for third off of turn number 4. Give it to the yellow feller. Tommy Bush. 2 laps complete. Vernon Hill Jr. with a half a straightaway lead, a 1.5 second lead over Michael Shore. Tommy Bush closing up on Shore off of turn number 4. Black 22 and the yellow 086. Into 1 and 2. Bush closing up, trying to stick his nose down in there. Can't make anything happen off of turn number 2. Enters way high, going to try and cut it down and maintain pace with Shore, but Shore able to get through 3 and 4 a lot smoother. Vernon Hill Jr. continuing. Masterful drive out in front, smooth sailing around the middle of the racetrack in the white 1H. 5 laps complete, 3 laps to go. 3.5 seconds is the lead for VJ. Junior, Shore, Bush, Salisbury, Hansen, Sangray, and Vance Lorenz. Check that, that's Rod Lorenz in the 2 car. White flag out for Vernon Hill Jr. for almost a 5-second lead in an 8-lap heat race. Off of turn number 4, Vernon Hill Jr. putting him over his knee and giving him a big old spanking here in heat race number 1. Michael Shore coming off of turn number 4 in second. Tommy Bush in third. Brock Salisbury 4th, and Fred Hansen in 5th. How about it, ladies and gentlemen? Put your hands together for the 1H of Vernon Hill Jr. Putting them on notice here in the modified division. JR1 Motorsports, P1 Media, Hill Signs, Victory Cleaning Batteries Plus Bulbs, and Dirt Defenders, just a few of the partners on that Hill car. Heat race number 2 coming up next. Heat race at number 2 set to line up like this. On the pole in car number 64, out of Great Falls, it is Jerry Sangray Sr. On the outside of the front row in the 33Z, out of Great Falls, it'll be Luke Zampich. Cody Harvey on the inside in row number 2 in the 39 Junior. On the outside in the 0G, Cannonball, Cody Pfeiffer. Brady Lorenz in car number 20. And Marvin Gonzalez, they make up row number 3. And hopping in the 53 tonight, it'll be Joseph Brooks. Joseph Brooks, usually a driver of the 54, tonight driving Allen's at number 53. All right, Great Falls, you guys awake? Make some noise out there tonight. Second heat race. Jerry Sangray and Luke Zampich from the front row. Jerry Sangray Sr. and Luke Zampich off of turn number 4. Green flag. Good start for Sangray into 1 and 2. He slides up and slams the door on Luke Zampich. Marvin Gonzalez cuts it down off of 1 and 2. And boy, howdy, he's got a hot rod run into turn number 3 to the inside of Zampich. Now going side by side with Sangray for the lead. Sangray holding on to the lead. Marvin Gonzalez gets a good drive off of turn number 2 and is able to put the 15 out in front. Zampich now has moved to the inside as Sangray pushes big time off of turn number 4. Now Zampich out of shape. Here comes Cody Harvey. Harvey puts the 39 Junior's nose into the second spot. Cody Pfeiffer trying to move forward in the OG as he gets to the inside of Jerry Sangray Sr. off of turn number 2. Sangray battles back on the outside. Luke Zampich right in front of him off of turn number 4. Joseph Brooks trying to move forward in the 53 as well. Marvin Gonzalez a 2-second lead for Gonzalez off of turn number 4. Cody Harvey rolling along nicely in second. Luke Zampich has settled into the third spot. Then it's Cannonball Cody Pfeiffer, Joseph Brooks, Jerry Sangray Sr., and Brady Lorenz. Marvin Gonzalez rolling just below the midline through 1 and 2. Cody Harvey running just above it, coming off of turn number 4. Zampich trying to keep pace with him. Just a half a second separating those two. Battle for second and third, 39 Junior and 33Z. Marvin Gonzalez. 3-second advantage for the 15. Harvey, Zampich, Pfeiffer, Brooks, Sangray, and Lorenz. White flag for Marvin Gonzalez. Gonzalez starting at 6, took advantage of a traffic jam in 1 and 2, was able to knife his way through and comes off of turn number 4. He will win Staybridge Suites Midwest Modifieds heat race number 2. Cody Harvey, Luke Zampich, Cody Pfeiffer, Joseph Brooks, and Jerry Sangray Sr. and Brady Lorenz. AutoWorks Repair and More with Soda Super Stocks. For all your service and repair, tire service, oil change and lube, check engine light, fleet repair, and other light maintenance needs, visit AutoWorks Repair and More at 322nd Avenue South or call them 406-799-6655. That's AutoWorks Repair and More. Heat race number 1. Lining up like this at car number 22 out of Joplin, Montana. That is Andrew Nelson. And on the outside is the Dig Wizard out of Bozeman, the 108, Bill Monet. Levi DePaul inside of row number 2 in the 1K. And Braden Lemire on the outside in the 185 from right here in Great Falls. Both of those drivers from right here in Great Falls. Then Patrick Lemire and Zane Lemire in row number 3. So Lemire, and Lemire starting 4th, 5th, and 6th in this heat race. All right. Heat race number 1 of 2 for the Super Stocks. Nelson and Monet on the front row. Looks like DePaul has elected to go to the rear of the field. That is the 1K. Off of turn number 4, green flags in the air. And they're off into 1 and 2. Monet taking the lead from the top of the racetrack. The 185 of Braden Lemire has a freight train run on the outside. In the 85 coming together with Nelson off of turn number 4. Give the 185 the second spot. Nelson back to third. Patrick Lemire, Zane Lemire, and Levi DePaul. 1.5 seconds already the lead for Bill Monet. Monet completes lap number 2. Nelson and Patches be fast. Now Lemire, Patrick Lemire, off out of shape off of 2. Bill Monet continuing to lead in the 108. Braden Lemire, Andrew Nelson, Patrick Lemire, Zane Lemire, and Levi DePaul. Halfway home, 4 up, 4 down, 4 to go. Monet has stretched his lead to around 2 seconds. Yellow fella. Trouble for Levi DePaul in turn number 4 in the 1K. First caution of the evening coming out for Levi DePaul in the 1K. He stopped at the top of turn number 4. 4 laps complete. Bill Monet took the lead from the outside of the front row and has not looked back. We will see the Delaware double file restart for the first time here this evening. Get a look at the big screen and see what happened to Levi DePaul. Oh, Levi DePaul looked like something broke. He went straight into the outside wall. Schmacked it. DePaul rolls down the front straightaway. Now, Levi DePaul did bring out a caution, and during heat race action here at Electric City Speedway, if you bring out a caution during the heat race, you will have to retire for the duration of that heat race. So if Levi DePaul can make repairs, he will be back out for the feature later on in this division. Braden Lemire chooses the inside lane for the Delaware double file restart. Leader stays out in front, chooses his lane, and everybody files in and chooses a lane behind him. Braden Lemire choosing the inside lane. Pink and white. Pink, black, and white is Patrick Lemire, and blue and black 285, that is Zane Lemire. Andrew Nelson in a Lemire sandwich right now. Bill Monet sets the pace. We're back underway with 4 laps to go. Braden Lemire staying with Bill Monet through 1 and 2. Down the back straightaway, Monet is able to get a good run. Patrick Lemire muscles his way into the 3rd spot. Andrew Nelson back to 5th as Zane Lemire gets around him. Now Nelson goes to the bottom. Throwing haymakers here in heat race number 1 of the Superstocks. Andrew Nelson and Zane Lemire coming together here on the front straightaway. Now Andrew Nelson, little out of shape off of turn number 2. He's going to lose some ground. Monet continues to lead. 2 to go for the 108. 1.5 seconds, just over at 1.6 is the split time. Last time, white flag is out for the Dig Wizard. Monet, Lemire, and Andrew Nelson. And the back shooting into turn number 3 for the final time. Heat race number 1, presented by Auto Works Repair and More, is won by Bill Monet. Braden Lemire brings it home 2nd. Patrick Lemire comes off of turn number 4 in 3rd. 4th is Zane Lemire. And then it's Andrew Nelson. Levi DePaul will be scored as 6th. Hopefully he's able to make so repairs get back out here for the feature. Bill Monet, sponsored by Road and Site Works, Document Destroyers, Three Forks Precast, Ready Mix Lumber, and Monet Excavation. Driver out of Bozeman. Winning heat race number 1. Heat race number 2 rolling out on the track. Heat race number 2, presented by Auto Works Repair and More. Casey Stephenson and Pacer Popham on the front row. Chance Carlisle and Clay Irwin in row number 2. Row number 3, PJ Popham and Jason Johnstone joining us from Calgary here tonight. Car number 70. 6 cars going 8 laps. Heat race number 2 up and coming. So not seeing Pacer Popham out on the racetrack, just seeing PJ in car number 2. 50-50 raffle still going on. Get in on that action for the Great Falls Quarter Midgets. 1 to go signal. Given to the drivers. Casey Stephenson and Clay Irwin. Now, Chance Carlisle and Jason Johnstone, then PJ Popham starting all by his lonesome in the 5th position in the red 2. Second heat race for the Superstocks is underway. Contact between Stephenson and Irwin. Stephenson not phased at all. Takes off with the lead. Jason Johnstone trying to come forward in car number 70. He's all up over the back end of the red and yellow car number 93 in the black 70. Back into 1 and 2. Johnstone looking for a way around him. Looking high, looking low. Can't find a way around him right now. Settles into the 3rd position. Stephenson taking off with the lead. This time around his lead is at 1.7. Johnstone loses a little bit of ground to Clay Irwin. We're about to have a 3-car race for the 2nd spot as they come off of turn number 4. Irwin, Johnstone, and Popham now into 1 and 2. Popham choosing the high side, trying to get around Jason Johnstone. Johnstone pushes. Here comes PJ Popham. Popham into turn number 3, has his nose down there. Johnstone a little out of shape. That's a battle for 3rd. The red 2 coming forward. 4 up, 4 down, 4 to go. Stephenson, Irwin, Popham, Johnstone, and Carlisle. Into 3 and off of 4. PJ Popham starting to close up on Clay Irwin. Battle for 2nd brewing. Here comes the red 2. Stephenson continuing to lead. Irwin in 2nd. PJ Popham in 3rd. Popham now follows Irwin through 1 and 2 and down the back chute as Stephenson's going to be shown the white flag. He accepts it with a 3.5 second lead over Clay Irwin. Into turns 1 and 2. Stephenson down the back chute into turn number 3. Popham puts his nose to the inside of Clay Irwin off of turn number 2. Decides to follow him through 3 and 4. Stephenson wins it. Who's going to be here for 2nd? It's Clay Irwin. PJ Popham in 2nd. Jason Johnstone. Check that. Popham in 3rd. Johnstone 4th. And Chance Carlisle finishes rolling in the 5th spot in the 22. So that concludes heat race action for the Super Stocks. Let's hear it one more time for Casey Stephenson in the Super Stocks. Affordable Sprinklers. Car number 67 is picking it up. That concludes heat race action for them. They'll be back later on. Now rolling on to the racetrack, the big boys, the Wissota late models. Presented by 406 Flooring. 406 Flooring is the answer to all your carpet and flooring needs in the Great Falls area. Call 406-564-2624 or send an email to 406flooring@gmail.com to get your quote today. One heat race for the late models here this evening. Nick Brindley and Vernon Hill Jr. on the front row. Pole sitter, black and green, car number 99. On the inside of row number 2 in car number 30 and a black eagle, it is Gary Hill. On the outside of row number 2 in car number 29, that is Ty Hampel. And starting 5th in the 1X, at a black eagle, that is Vernon Hill. So Vernon Hill Jr. is in the blue and black and white 1H, and the 1X is Vernon Hill. That is the red and white car. Vernon Hill is Vernon Hill Jr.'s dad, so 3 different hills in this race, all 3 of them coming out of the same trailer here tonight, actually. Late model division. Final heat race of the evening, ladies and gentlemen. Let's bring him to green. Brindley and Hill Jr. off of turn number 4. Let's go. Good start for Nick Brindley into 1 and 2. Vernon Hill Jr. cuts it down. Brindley out of shape off of 2. Here comes VJ. VJ into turn number 3. Slides across the groove and slams the door on the 99 car. Here comes Gary Hill trying to follow him through. He does so. Gary Hill is into the second spot now. Here comes Ty Hampel. Hampel to the inside of Brindley. Brindley going the wrong direction in the 99 car. Ty Hampel slides up and puts the 99 back to 4th. Vernon Hill Jr. is your leader. Ty Hampel out of shape. He loses ground to Gary Hill in the battle for second. That's the white 29. Boy, howdy. Hampel is entering with a lot of speed, and then he has to check up. Had to do it in 3 and 4. This time he gets through 1 and 2 a lot smoother. A little bit of a hole developing through the middle of 1 and 2. That upsets the 29 car a little bit, but he's able to stay clean and green. 4 up, 4 down, 4 to go here in heat race number 1. Vernon Hill Jr. now a little out of shape off of turn number 4. Last time by at a 2.5 second lead. This time by, it's now just down to 2 seconds with that little squirrely scroll through 3 and 4 that time. Ty Hampel pushes big time off of turn number 2. As off of turn number 4. VJ gets 2 to go. Gary Hill in second. Ty Hampel 4 in the fluff through 1 and 2. Nick Brindley sitting in the 4th spot, and Vernon Hill, white flag for Vernon Hill Jr. Smooth sailing through 1 and 2. 3 seconds is the lead for VJ into turn number 3. Won the modified heat race earlier and now wins the late models. Vernon Hill Jr. wins it by 3.5 seconds over Gary Hill. Ty Hampel, Nick Brindley, and Vernon Hill. How about it, ladies and gentlemen? Vernon Hill Jr. winning heat race in number 1 for the Wissota late models. Gary Hill in second. That concludes heat race action, ladies and gentlemen. Stretch your legs. The Gear Garage is open here tonight. Go ahead and check out the Azure stock car. Get in on that action. We've got phone numbers available down there. Last chance to get in on the Falls Quarter Midgets 50-50. Last chance because they are going to be doing an exhibition, a 40-lap race down on the Quarter Midget track down there on the inside. And then feature events coming up right after that. All right, so on the quarter midget track, we will have an exhibition now for the Great Falls Quarter Midget Club. We'll have Rowdy Brindley, Porter Galloway, Roscoe Galloway, Courtney Van Eck, and Peyton Van Eck going 40 laps around the quarter midget track down there on the inside. Lots of the drivers you see rolling around the big track up here got their start rolling around the quarter midget track. Of course, racing is one of the last family sports that you have. For example, the hill racing guys have at least 3 different generations. Shoemake, big time family name, been around these parts for a long time, as well as the Pophams, Stephenson, Price family, too many to name. 70 plus years of racing up here on Thunder Hill. All right, so Courtney Van Eck out there on the racetrack, the first of the quarter midgets to get out there. The future of Electric City Speedway rolling around the quarter midget track right now. T-shirt cannon makes some noise. It's got a full canister on it, so it's high powered here tonight. Make some noise. Jeremy, remember to aim straight up. It'll ride. Make some noise, boys and girls. You want a t-shirt? Jeremy's going to shoot, or is going to give candy to the best dancer. Now we'll toss it down to Jeremy Myers. Jeremy Meyerhofer's a different guy.
All right, guys, thank you for supporting the Electric City Speedway tonight. I appreciate you guys coming out, even with the weather being a little bit questionable. Thank you guys very much. I talked to you guys about maybe a month ago that we're continuously trying to improve and do stuff. Well, I have a major announcement. So just so you guys know, July 23rd will be our first concert here at the Electric City Speedway. So please come out and support it. We will be putting tickets online on Monday, probably after about 2 o'clock in the afternoon. There'll be instructions on how to do it. The band this time we've chosen, we wanted to start out not really small, but we wanted to start out with what can we do, make sure everything works. And we were able to make it work out with the Kentucky Headhunters, and the Reeve Brothers will be here. So we'll be getting ready for that on July 23rd. It's probably going to be right out here in the front. You guys will have stadium seating there, and we'll be able to go down onto the track. So we're really excited to bring this to Great Falls. We've been wanting to do this. We didn't think it would happen this quickly, but we were able to make it work. So we're very excited to present that for you guys and give you another option for entertainment in Great Falls. So I want to thank you guys for all of that. I hope you guys will enjoy it. Please go online and buy tickets, because I don't want to hear the people that said you can't do this. I want to make sure that we tell them, yes, we can, and we can do it here at the Electric City Speedway. So I hope you guys will enjoy that. We'll be marketing that out for the next couple weeks, but please go online as soon as the tickets come available. I think they'll be on our website, and then social media-wise, we'll get it out to you guys so you will know how to purchase those tickets as well. So I'm excited to bring that to you guys. I hope you are, and we'll have more events to come. So thank you guys very much. I appreciate it. Enjoy the A-Mains here shortly. And again, thank you for coming out and supporting the Speedway. Getting back.
So the quarter midgets rolling around on the Electric City Speedway down in the quarter midget track. Rowdy Brindley was in the white and green. The yellow car is Caden Van Eck. The purple car is Roscoe Galloway. Red, that was already out there, is Courtney Van Eck. There on the front row is Caden Van Eck and Courtney Van Eck. It'll be Rowdy Brindley alongside of Porter Galloway and then Roscoe Galloway in the purple. Five cars, 40 laps. Courtney Van Eck is out in front. Now here comes Brindley. Brindley takes the lead. Courtney Van Eck is in the second spot now. Third place is Porter Galloway. Caden Van Eck and Roscoe Galloway. Brindley continues to lead. Trouble in turn number 4. Couple of them coming together. The red of Courtney Van Eck. It looks like the black car of Porter Galloway coming together. Both of those are able to, look at that tow truck. Manual tow truck there. Replay on the big screen. So we had Caden Van Eck going around there. He's able to get it pointed in the right direction. This song's for our pair down in the beer booth. So Brindley's the leader. Porter Galloway's in second. Roscoe Galloway, then the Van Eycks. See some of you kids get up here and dance around to this song. Rowdy Brindley is your leader. Timing of scoring looks a little different for the quarter midgets down there. White flag out for Rowdy Brindley. Straight up domination of this 40-lap race for the quarter midgets. Rowdy Brindley getting the win. Put your hands together and go ahead and visit the quarter midget table if you're interested in getting involved in that. And your last chance to get in on the 50-50 raffle for the Quarter Midget Club here tonight. Thank them for coming out and putting on a show for us here in Electric City Speedway. The future of Electric City Speedway rolling through on the Quarter Midget train. Your starting lineup for the JR1 Motorsports Street Stocks. Founded in 2022 by Electric City Speedway regular Vernon Hill Jr., JR1 Motorsports has two goals: to offer professional customer service and provide the highest quality racing products in dirt track racing. Visit jr1motorsports.com or call them at 406-899-5929 or drop in at 2405 Wire Mill Row in Black Eagle. To fill your need for speed today, from the back to the front, here's how they're going to start. Car number 56 out of Great Falls, Brian Johnson. Starting on the outside of row number 4 in the 21 Junior, coming to us out of Belgrade, Captain Skinny Pants, Caden Craver. Starting 7th in the 21A out of Livingston, it is Destry Adams. Starting 6th out of Great Falls in the 102, Braxton Tinker. Starting 5th at car number 20, Troy Wenninger. Starting on the outside of row number 2 out of Great Falls at car number 98, Patrick Flippin' Harvey. Starting in the third spot in the 4C, Travis Shoemate. And a couple of really fast cars up on the front row here tonight. Car number 814, your defending track champion, Cale Tinker. And on the pole tonight from Bozeman, Montana, in the 11-star, your defending Wissota Street Stock State Champion, Robert Petrov. 20 laps, a feature coming up here pretty soon. Let's get a little rhythm going to start this feature event. Move left and right. Clap your hands with the beat. Song's very simple. You know the words, I guarantee it. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to pull the cars off the racetrack, and we're going to put the water truck out on the track, try and roll this track back in, get it back into racing conditions. So we ask that, ladies and gentlemen, you please just bear with us as we try and get this track ready for future events here this evening. Check 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. All right. All right, ladies and gentlemen, let's hear it one more time for your quarter midgets. We've got our race winner, Rowdy Brindley. Tell us about that drive there.
Well, car was great, thanks to my dad. And
Who's your dad?
Nick Brindley, he drives the 99 late model.
And who's your favorite race car driver?
What series?
Great question. I love that. Who's your favorite? Let's go late models. Who's your favorite late model driver?
My dad, of course.
Easy answer. How about let's go NASCAR. What's your favorite NASCAR driver?
Well, it was Bush, so now I got to root for Larson.
Here with Porter Galloway. Porter, second place run. Nice job. How long have you been driving quarter midgets?
I drove it last year, and this is my second year doing it.
And who's your favorite driver?
Joey Price.
Joey Price. All right. Let's go with Cup Series. Who's your favorite NASCAR driver?
Depends. I don't really watch it. Like, I know a couple people, but I don't really.
All right, that's fine. Porter Galloway, ladies and gentlemen. Courtney Van Eck here. Who's your favorite driver?
Casey Stefferson.
Casey Stephenson, all right. And what's your favorite part about driving race cars?
It's just fun, and we will always learn how to have fun and never give up.
Courtney Van Eck, ladies and gentlemen. Rowdy, if you want to turn around, they'll give you your trophy here. Number 1, Rowdy. Great name, Rowdy. And Caden Van Eck here coming home in 4th. How'd the car feel out there tonight?
Good.
Car felt good? All right. Who's your favorite driver?
Casey Stefferson.
Casey Stephenson, very popular with the quarter midget drivers here tonight. Roscoe Galloway here, 5th place here tonight. Is that Spider-Man on your shirt?
Yeah.
Spider-Man? Okay, Spider-Man. So you'd like to have Spider-Man's powers if you were a superhero?
No.
No? Who's your favorite superhero then?
Iron Man.
Iron Man? I would like to have that much money too.
Or Hulk.
Or Hulk? Okay, so either super rich or super strong, right?
Yeah.
I like it. This guy's got the right idea. Who's your favorite race car driver?
Caden Craver. 21 Junior.
The 21 Junior, Caden Craver, getting a shout out here tonight. Rocky Galloway here with the quarter midgets. Tell us about your organization here.
Yeah, just like to get some more kids out. We've got lots of cars. We just need some interest. Up at the booth, we've got a band app that you can get on. If you get on that band app and get in touch with me, we can set up arrive and drives, test your kid out, see if it's something they want to do. Once we get some interest, we can set a day up to where we can get some test driving going. That way you guys can see if they want to do it. We've had several kids that have come out, done some racing, and they've just decided it's not their thing, and we've got others that are jumping at the chomp to get going. So yeah, just get on the band app, the Falls Quarter Midget. We'll be racing again here the 3rd and the 4th next week, doing the same thing we did tonight. So, yeah, just get on the band app. If your kids are interested in it, the more we get coming, the more we get to race, the more kids we have out there, the more excitement we can get going with this.
Rocky Galloway, ladies and gentlemen, here with the quarter midgets. One more time for the quarter midgets here. Get your 50-50 tickets out, and we'll pull that number here. We'll have Courtney Van Eck. It's an orange ticket. And go ahead and read that number for us.
7685108.
Now it's covered in mud, but it's still good. 7685108 orange ticket. If that is yours, go ahead. Do we have a winner? All right. One more time for the Quarter Midgets Club here. We'll meet you guys. They'll meet you guys up at the tent to collect your prize. So thank you guys for supporting the Great Falls Quarter Midget Club. They'll be here next weekend. And if you're interested in getting out here and getting down with these kids, go ahead and visit the booth up there. They'll give you some more information. We're going to roll in this track here a little bit more, trying to get some feature action here at Electric City Speedway. So thank you guys for supporting the Quarter Midgets tonight. Had a pot of over $1,200, so winner walked home with $615. Quarter Midgets will be back out here again next week, and then, so let me tell you, there are few ways better to spend the 4th of July than at a dirt track. I can't think of one, frankly. So Friday night, July 3rd, will be night number 1 of the fastest in the Falls. The Wissota Midwest Modifieds, the IMCA A-Mods are going to be back on Thunder Hill, as well as the Rocky Mountain Sprints. So best of both worlds. If you're a modified fan or a sprint car fan, or a modified fan and a sprint car fan, come out here on the 3rd of July, and then on the 250th anniversary of the founding of this great nation, we will have day number 2 of the fastest in the Falls, featuring the Wissota Street Stocks, the IMCA A-Mods, and the Rocky Mountain Sprints back on Thunder Hill as well. So come out. We'll have a lot of fun next weekend, lots of giveaways, highly entertaining. Let me tell you, the IMCA A-Mods put on a show at this track. I don't know if it's the high banks or just the fact that these guys like to throw down, but the A-Mods really do throw down here at Electric City Speedway. Get your backside trackside. We'll light off some fireworks. And even though last year we did not get that second night in, it was still awesome to sit here in the grandstands and look out over the valley. We have such a great vantage point up here as we watch the fireworks go off all night, on both nights really, but especially on the 4th of July. So get out here next weekend. Bring a friend. Bring 5 or 6. The beer will be flowing. And hopefully you won't blow off a finger setting off your own fireworks. We'll do that. So get out here. Ladies and gentlemen, are you ready? Make some noise for the Wissota Street Stocks. Robert Petrov and Cale Tinker on the front row. Travis Shoemate and Patrick Flippin' Harvey from row number 2. Troy Winninger and Braxton Tinker in row number 3. Destry Adams and Captain Skinny Pants Caden Craver, and then it's Brian Johnson. Pace vehicle exits stage left. Pick out your favorite, ladies and gentlemen. We're going 20 laps. Into turn number 3 and off of corner number 4. We're green. And they're off into 1 and 2. Great start for Cale Tinker. He takes off with the lead down the back straightaway. Patrick Harvey into the second spot on the outside of Petrov. Petrov trying to battle back into turn number 3. Off of turn number 4, Cale Tinker's going to lead lap number 1, followed by Patrick Harvey. Harvey now into 1 and 2, able to clear Petrov through 1 and 2. Petrov back to third. Now Harvey stepping up his pursuit on the leader into turn number 3. Harvey rolling the top. Tinker down on the bottom through 1 and 2. Now what does Harvey do? Nothing this time. 3-car breakaway, then a bit of a gap between Petrov and Braxton Tinker. Travis Shoemate in 5th. Now to the inside, we've got a race for the lead. The black and white 98 and the green and white 814 into 1 and 2. Tinker holds the spot. 0.3 of a second is the lead. Now Tinker gets a good drive off of turn number 2, puts some distance between himself and Harvey. Tinker, Harvey, Petrov, Braxton Tinker, Travis Shoemate, Troy Winninger, Caden Craver, Brian Johnson, and Destry Adams. Into turn number 3, Patrick Harvey sticks his nose to the inside but is not able to make any moves on Cale Tinker. Just under a half a second is the lead for Cale Tinker. Throw a blanket over the top 3. Nobody's close enough to make a move, but they're all pretty tight there together. Travis Shoemate holds the 4th spot in the 4C. Winninger all over his bumper. White and green 20 and blue and black 4C. Caden Craver there in the black and white 21 as well. That's 4th, 5th, and 6th. Now Shoemate is able to get some distance between himself and Winninger. Patrick Harvey has gone to the very inside of turns 3 and 4, trying to gain some ground on Cale Tinker. That lead has grown to 0.6 of a second for Cale Tinker. Harvey a little out of shape now. Petrov going to close up on the 98 into 1 and 2. All he needs is a little slip. Petrov closes up on Harvey down the back, shooting into turn number 3. Battle for second. Off of turn number 4, Harvey keeps it, but Petrov is coming in the black and white 11 star. 10 laps complete. 10 up, 10 down, 10 to go. Track is locked down, lightning fast. Cale Tinker now with a 1 second lead over Patrick Harvey. Robert Petrov still sitting in 3rd. Shoemate with a slim margin over Winninger. Winninger cuts it down off of turn number 2, making a pass for the 4th spot. Give the 20 car the 4th position. Caden Craver trying to make a move on Shoemate now. Shoemate has gathered it back in and now is going to step up his pursuit and try to get past Troy Winninger. Lap traffic going to start to become a factor. Is trouble. Caden Craver off the pace of the 21 junior, slowing at the bottom of turns 3 and 4. He will bring it to a stop. Caution is out for the first time in this feature event. General PSA, I know we had a bit of a rain delay there, but anybody standing down on the front straightaway fence needs to find a seat. You need to find a seat now while cars are rolling on the racetrack. Things fly off of race cars and they hurt bad. Flat right rear for Caden Craver. Craver going to exit stage right, go back to his trailer, try and get that thing changed. So Cale Tinker has led from the top of the green. Patrick Harvey's in second. Robert Petrov is in third. Troy Wenninger with a nice move on Travis Shoemate to put the 20 car into the fourth position. Destry Adams now in the sixth spot, and the seventh position is now occupied by Brian Johnson. Braxton Tinker has pulled off, and Caden Craver is now visiting the work area. So we see the Delaware double foul restart. $13 down, 7 to go. Caden Craver re-enters the field. He will restart 8th. Cale Tinker was starting to lengthen his lead before that caution came out. Patrick Harvey or Robert Petrov going to have to do something on this restart, because once we get going, it's going to be tough to pass. And Cale Tinker has been very smooth, very fast out in front in the 814. 7 to go. A ragged start. Lights come back on, and Destry Adams goes around here on the front straightaway. Adams able to get it fired back off. Kind of a ragged start there, so Patrick Harvey will be pushed back a couple of spots. So Patrick Harvey will now go back 2 spots. He now runs 4th. And Troy Wenninger runs 3rd. Robert Petrov is now 2nd. 1 to go signal given to the driver. Still 7 laps yet to complete in this feature event presented by JR1 Motorsports. All right. Does anybody have anything for Cale Tinker? Going to have to make it happen fast. Green flag's back out. Robert Petrov putting his nose to the tail end of the 814 into 1 and 2. Petrov staying with him. Cale Tinker takes off a great drive off of turn number 2. Petrov going to try and drive her in deep. Closes some distance but slides up the racetrack. Cale Tinker continues to lead. Half a second is the lead for the 814. Wenninger sits into third now. Travis Shoemate has taken the 4th spot for Patrick Harvey. Adams, Johnson, Craver. 5 to go. 15 down, 5 to go. Cale Tinker out in front. Petrov, Wenninger. Now Harvey took a shot to the inside of Shoemate in the battle for 4th off of turn number 2. Could not make it happen. He goes down to the inside this time off of turn number 4. Harvey and Shoemate dead heat at the line. Shoemate by a nose. By the hair on his chinny chin. 27 1/1000ths of a second. Now Harvey is able to take the 4th spot. 3 to go for Cale Tinker. Last weekend, we had the same top 2, but it was Petrov out in front, and Tinker was playing chase. Now, Tinker gets the 2 to go signal with a 1.1 second lead over Robert Petrov. Wenninger is 3rd. Harvey, Shoemate, Johnson, Craver, and Adams duking it out for that 7th spot. White flag is out into 1 and 2 for the defending Electric City Speedway track champion. Down the back straightaway and into turn number 3. Off of turn number 4. Cale Tinker going to put her in victory lane at Electric City Speedway. The 814 wins it. Robert Petrov in 2nd. Troy Wenninger, Patrick Harvey, and Travis Shoemate. How about it, ladies and gentlemen? Cale Tinker is your winner. Triple T Concrete and Hair by Tania, a couple of the backers on the 814. So we will forego victory lane interviews for this evening. But make some noise for Cale Tinker as he pulls her into victory lane. His 3rd victory of the season here at Electric City Speedway in the Street Stock Division. Staybridge Suites is an extended stay hotel offering elevated residential style Studios and Suites. Complimentary daily breakfast buffet, complimentary light bites and happy hour 3 days a week, and ample amenities to accommodate both short-term and extended stay guests. Call 406-761-4903 or visit staybridge.com to book your stay today. Modified fans, make some noise here at Electric City Speedway. From the back to the front, starting in position number 14 from Great Falls, car number 20, Brady Lorenz. And starting on the inside in car number 2, out of Billings, Rod Lorenz. Outside of row number 6 from right here in Great Falls, in car number 64, Jerry Sangray Sr. And starting in the 11th position from Black Eagle, in the 24S, Carl Sangray. On the outside of row number 5, in car number 53, it is Joseph Brooks. On the inside of row number 5 from Great Falls, in car number 4, Fred Hansen. On the outside of row number 4 in the 086, out of Great Falls, got some work to do if he wants to continue to keep pace with Vernon Hill Jr. in the track championship points. The 086, Tommy Bush. On the inside of row number 4, out of Belgrade in the B1, Brock Salisbury. Outside of row number 3, out of Great Falls at car number 22, Michael Shore. On the inside of row number 3, from Great Falls at car number 33Z, Luke Zampich. On the outside of row number 2, out of Great Falls at car number 15, Marvin Gonzalez. And starting third tonight, out of Great Falls in the 39 junior, Cody Harvey. And on the front row, coming to us out of the capital of Helena, in the OG, it is Cannonball Cody Pfeiffer. And on the pole tonight, your track championship points leader for the Staybridge Suites Wissota Midwest Modifieds, out of Black Eagle, the 1H VJ Vernon Hill Jr. As they roll off of turn number 4, the 1 to go signal is given to the drivers. Ladies and gentlemen, make some noise for the Staybridge Suites Wissota Midwest Modifieds. Vernon Hill Jr. and Cody Pfeiffer set the pace on the front row. 20 laps is the distance. Pace vehicle has pulled off. Off of turn number 4, we're green at Electric City. Great start for Cannonball Cody Pfeiffer. He rockets into the lead. Vernon Hill Jr. into second. Marvin Gonzalez at third. Cody Harvey into fourth. Luke Zampich to the inside of Harvey now through 3 and 4. Unable to make a pass. Vernon Hill Jr. closes up on Cody Pfeiffer into 1 and 2. Follows him through this time. Has that nose on the inside of the OG off of turn number 2. Pfeiffer able to get a good drive and keep him at bay. Vernon Hill Jr. has his car a lane lower through 3 and 4 and is able to pull on the OG now through 1 and 2. Almost pulls even with him. Cody Pfeiffer continuing to lead in the 0G. He's led the first 2 laps. This time Vernon Hill Jr. goes high through 3 and 4. Cody Pfeiffer able to lead the 3rd lap. Vernon Hill Jr. trying to wind her up and get past the OG. unable to make anything happen this time as they're freight training around the Electric City Speedway. Basically the whole field running bottom to mid right now as Vernon Hill Jr. goes high. He cuts it down into 1 and 2. Slide job attempt for the lead. Cody Pfeiffer battles back on the outside and says, nuh-uh. Pfeiffer, Hill Jr., Marvin Gonzalez. Oh no, Cody Pfeiffer closes. He pushes big time off of turn number 4 and Vernon Hill Jr. takes the lead. 5 laps complete and Vernon Hill Jr. slides up. Pfeiffer down to the inside off of turn number 2, trying to battle back, can't make it happen. Vernon Hill Jr. now out in front and looking to set sail in the 1H. Gonzalez, Harvey, Shore, Bush making his moves. The 086 trying to move forward into turn number 3. He goes to the inside of Michael Shore. Knocking on the door of the top 5. Can't make it happen. Vernon Hill Jr. continuing to lead, has already amassed a 1.2 second advantage over Cody Pfeiffer. Pfeiffer now under attack from Marvin Gonzalez as Pfeiffer had to check up going into turn number 3. Into turns 1 and 2 now. 3rd, 4th, 5th, 6th, and 7th. All right there. Contact. Fred Hansen squirts through, gets a couple of spots. Cody Harvey, now Tommy Bush in trouble. He's flowing on the top of turns 3 and 4. Trouble for Tommy freaking Bush. Tommy Bush brings out the caution here with 9 laps complete. Something amiss on the 086, and he's going to pull it in. Getting a look on the Jumbotron at your leader. Now getting a look at Tommy Bush. So Bush will go to the work area. 8 laps complete, 12 laps to go. All it took was a little bit of a misstep through 3 and 4 for Cody Pfeiffer, and Vernon Hill Jr. was able to take the lead. So it's Jr., Pfeiffer, Gonzalez, Harvey, and Shore, the top 5. Friendly reminder, no smoking in the grandstands. If you're smoking or vaping, you need to go down to the turn 4 end behind the Hoosier Tire line down there. I need you to go down to the turn 4 end of the facility to smoke or vape. Thank you very much. All right, still 12 laps to go. Delaware double file restart. Vernon Hill Jr. is your leader. He stays out in front all by himself. That's the advantage the leader is given in a Delaware double file restart. Cody Pfeiffer has chosen the outside lane in the OG. He took the lead from the outside on the initial start, so could use the momentum to make a move. Tommy Bush rejoins the field in the 086. So 1 to go signal given to the drivers. We have 8 laps complete, 12 laps to go. It's Vernon Hill Jr., Cody Pfeiffer, Marvin Gonzalez, Cody Harvey, and Michael Shore, the top 5. Fred Hansen and Luke Zampich, the next ones in line. Joseph Brooks making moves in the 53 car. As we come off of turn number 4, 12 laps to go. Green flag is back out. They thunder back into 1 and 2. Cody Pfeiffer holds on to that second spot. Marvin Gonzalez took a shot to the inside, couldn't make anything happen. As the field fans out behind Vernon Hill Jr. Boy, howdy, Vernon Hill Jr.'s got himself a hot rod, already a 1.1 second lead. Pfeiffer under attack from Marvin Gonzalez. Gonzalez has a run. He dips down low into turn number 3. Slides up off of turn number 4. Cody Pfeiffer is able to maintain the second spot. Gonzalez left himself open for a move from Cody Harvey, and now Harvey is able to run up and into the third spot. Vernon Hill Jr. has about a 3/4 of a straightaway lead as we're 10 up, 10 down, now 11 up, 11 down, and 9 to go here in this feature event. A 2-second lead for VJ. Marvin Gonzalez took a peek to the inside of Cody Harvey for the third spot. Off of turn number 4 that time. Now Fred Hansen to the inside of Gonzalez off of turn number 2. Nothing going. Track still pretty fast, kind of tough to pass without the guy in front of you making a bit of a misstep. And Zampich sees an opening to the inside of Fred Hansen. That's the battle for 5th. White 33Z and blue and black 4. Off of turn number 2, Hansen continues to hold the spot. Cody Pfeiffer is having some trouble with 3 and 4 as he goes through 1 and 2 very well. Harvey stuck his nose to the inside through 1 and 2 that time, can't make it happen. Here comes Marvin Gonzalez. Gonzalez to the inside of Harvey off of turn number 4. Battle for 3rd, white 39, black 15. Through 1 and 2 that time. Harvey able to make a very smooth corner and hold the 3rd position. Trouble for Tommy Bush in 1 and 2. Vernon Hill Jr. checks up. No yellow flag. Now we've got a bunch of them spinning out. So Tommy Bush had spun at the top of turns 1 and 2, and Vernon Hill Jr. stopped in anticipation, or led off the pace in anticipation of a caution. As Tommy Bush goes into the pits. His second caution, Tommy Bush will have to, he's going to pull it right into the trailer actually there in the infield. So we got to look at the replay. Tommy Bush just overcooked it into 1 and 2, and a troubling feature for him continues. Well, it comes to an end for him. Unfortunate. So Carl Sangray, one of the cars who came to a stop, Vernon Hill Jr. Vernon Hill Jr. is in need of a push. So Zampich and Sangray So trouble for the leader. Mechanical issues, and Vernon Hill Jr. is going to pull off. Push truck in behind the 1H, and the track championship points leader is going to watch the rest of this feature from the trailer. So Cannonball Cody Pfeiffer is now out in front. Cody Harvey's in second. Marvin Gonzalez in third. Travis Shoemate, and now Brady Lorenz into fifth. Brady Lorenz with a 14th to 5th run right now. 14th to 6th as Luke Zampich pulls into his position. But Brady Lorenz with a heck of a run right now on a track that's very tough to pass. He's passed 8 cars. $15 down, 5 laps to go. Cannonball Cody is out in front. Cody Harvey is in second. Marvin Gonzalez is in third. Luke Zampich, Fred Hansen, Brady Lorenz, Michael Shore. Five-lap dash to the finish. Pfeiffer holds him deep, hammers it. We're green. Cody Harvey thought about sticking that nose in there. Now into 1 and 2. Pfeiffer's able to slam that door. Gonzalez and Cody Harvey going side by side for second into turn number 3. Now off of turn number 4, Cody Pfeiffer lead another lap in the OG. Side by side for second between Cody Harvey and Marvin Gonzalez. Green for Cody Pfeiffer. Off of turn number 2, now Luke Zampich trying to join that battle. Gonzalez drives her in deep. It clears the 39 junior. Now here comes Zampich. Zampich off of turn number 4. Throw a blanket over second, third, and fourth right now. Into 1 and 2. Cody Pfeiffer continuing to lead, entering high and exiting low. 2 to go for Cannonball Cody. Fred Hansen into 1 and 2 has entered the top 5 and takes a peek to the inside of Cody Harvey. Harvey is fading fast in the 39 junior. Off of turn number 4, white flag is out for Cannonball Cody. Into 1 and 2. Pfeiffer enters high, exits low. All he's got to do is hang on to it. Down the back straightaway and into turn number 3. Gonzalez closes up. It's not going to happen. Cody Pfeiffer's going to park it in victory lane and wins at Electric City Speedway. Marvin Gonzalez in second. Luke Zampich in third. Fred Hansen and Cody Harvey. A first-time winner pulling it into victory lane, ladies and gentlemen. She's a little hot. He's out of the car, ladies and gentlemen, Cody Pfeiffer! Cannonball Cody Pfeiffer taking home the victory here at Electric City Speedway. Cody, you've gone through a lot trying to get this thing right, and this year you guys have just been lights out fast. You're able to put it together tonight. Walk me through that feature.
Man, I just tried to race my own race and just tried not to let the 1H get away from me and just try to learn from him. The car started doing something weird, but like I learned if I just back it up, it was fast. And when I seen the Vern pull off, I couldn't believe it. And I'm like, all right, just don't screw this up.
Tell me about your sponsors here, man.
Live Fast Racing, Cody Kuglin. I could not have done this without him. DWK Construction, NK15 Graphics, Big Sky Thrift, my dad, Queen City Concessions, my mom. I finally get to bring her home. She's got cancer. Rocky Mountain Racing Media, my boy Mikey. And guys like Vern, keeping me on the track, and Corey Wormley came over and gave me a couple tips, and Tyler LaPierre last week, and we would not have got here without Tyler, Corey, and Cody Kuglin. End of story.
Cody Pfeiffer in victory lane here at Electric City Speedway. Congratulations. One more time, first time winner here at Electric City Speedway. And now let's make some noise, Super Stocks on the track. From the back to the front for your Super Stocks main event, presented by Auto Works Repair and More. For all your service and repair, tire service, oil change, lube and check, engine lights, all that good stuff, visit Auto Works Repair and More, 322nd Avenue South. Call them at 406-799-6655. Zane Lemire, Clay Irwin on the front row, Jason Johnstone, Braden Lemire, Bill Monet, Patrick Lemire, Casey Stephenson, PJ Popham, Andrew Nelson, Chance Carlisle, and Levi DePaul. Pace quickens off at turn number 4. Green flags in the air. And they're off into 1 and 2. Clay Irwin and Zane Lemire give it to Irwin off the top of turn number 2. Popham, Lemire a little sideways. Here comes Braden Lemire. Braden Lemire into second. Clay Irwin out in front. Braden Lemire now closes up, steps up his pursuit on the inside of the 93 into turn number 3. Lemire way sideways right in front of the field. Lemire's able to keep it going, but Zane Lemire, Jason Johnstone, and Casey Stephenson stack it up behind him. So Braden Lemire will be called for that. Unfortunate turn of events for him. Running second, he will now have to go to the back of the field with 1 lap complete. All right, we got everything all sorted out in terms of running order. Clay Irwin is still your leader. Now he's got a different pair of Lemires behind him, Zane Lemire and Patrick Lemire. PJ Popham and Casey Stephenson now 4th and 5th. Green flag is back out, 19 laps to go. Into 1 and 2, Patrick Lemire. Oh, Casey Stephenson and Zane Lemire get together. Zane Lemire goes around. Yellow flag back out quickly. Zane Lemire is around. Stephenson trying to split the difference. And Zane Lemire goes around. So keep an eye on the Jumbotron here and take a look and see what happened. So Clay Irwin is your leader. All right, so it's all sorted out. Zane Lemire goes to the rear of the field. Patrick Lemire is down second. PJ Popham is up to third in the 2-car. Green is back out, still 1 lap complete. Into 1 and 2. Irwin, a little bit of a swirly swirl. PJ Popham to the inside. Patrick Lemire there as well. Into turn number 3. Bill Monet looking to make a move in the 108. Clay Irwin somehow keeps the lead on that lap. Casey Steffens to the inside of Patrick Lemire. Now to the inside for third. Bill Monet there as well. 3-car race. PJ Popham got a whale of a run off of turn number 2. Now into turn number 3 and big trouble in 1 and 2. Couple of cars coming together. Nelson and DePaul drive away from it, but Chance Carlisle brings it to a stop in the 22C. So here we go with the replay here. So Carlisle gets around. DePaul and Nelson both miss him, but Carlisle is the one who spins it out by himself and is able to rejoin the field. Already some damage to that 22C. Yellow and black flag is out. So at this point and from this point forward, if you cause a caution in this feature event, you will be watching from the trailer. You will be done for this main event. So lights out. 2 laps complete. Green is back out. Into 1 and 2. Irwin much better. Now here comes Popham with a freight train run on the outside of the racetrack. Side by side to turn number 3 for the race lead. Here comes Casey Steffensen lurking as well. PJ Popham takes the lead off of turn number 4. Popham from the 8th starting spot has taken the lead. Casey Steffensen off of turn number 2. Now to the outside of Clay Irwin takes the 2nd spot. Off of turn number 4, PJ Popham continues to lead, but now he's got Casey Steffensen breathing down his neck. Into 1 and 2, Steffensen tries to pull even with Popham, can't make it happen. PJ Popham enters high, tries to cut it down a little bit off of turn number 4. Holds a half a second lead over Casey Steffensen. Clay Irwin is into 3rd. Bill Monet 4th. Braden Lemire passing his dad off of turn number 2. Back up to 5th. Casey Steffensen took a shot at the lead off of turn number 4. Couldn't make it happen and loses some ground. Half a second is still the lead for PJ. Into turn number 3, Steffensen trying to follow Popham through this time off of turn number 4. The red 2 keeps the lead, but the black 67 is lurking. Into 1 and 2, he takes a peek down low. Can't make a shot, can't make it the shot land. Now into turn number 3, stays with him. Boy, howdy, that bonsai move did not work. Monet trying to close up on Irwin as Steffensen almost put the 67 out front off of turn number 2. Could not make it happen. Now into turn number 3. Off of turn number 4. Now trouble for Chance Carlisle once again. And that's Carlisle's second caution, and the black and yellow is in effect, so Carlisle will have to exit the racetrack. And he does so. So Carlisle done for the night. And that puts Casey Steffensen right on the back bumper of PJ Popham for this upcoming restart. So that's Patrick Lemire, stop at the top of turns 1 and 2. Getting the once over from the official. So PJ Popham is your leader. Casey Steffensen in second. Clay Irwin in third. Bill Monet in fourth. Braden Lemire has battled back into fifth in the 185. Still a long way to go in this feature. 8 laps complete, 12 laps to go. Popham rolling the bottom slowly. Hammers it. We're green. Casey Stephenson got a good restart. He throws a slide job into 1 and 2. PJ Popham going to try and battle back, but it's not going to happen. Casey Stephenson takes the lead off of turn number 2. PJ Popham takes a shot back into turn number 3. Can't make it happen. Braden Lemire on the outside in the 185 puts the nose back into the 3rd spot. And he's got it. Now Casey Stephenson already setting sail. 0.7 of a second is the lead. Trouble for Zane Lemire. He gets together with Andrew Nelson and brings it to a stop off the bottom of turn number 2. So trouble for Zane Lemire with 9 laps complete and 11 laps to go. 285 will go to the pits. Casey Stephenson is now your leader, already a 3-time winner with this division this year. PJ Popham in 2nd, Braden Lemire in 3rd, Clay Irwin 4th, Bill Monet in 5th. So we're going to go single file now, as that was our 5th caution. Single file from here on in. Stephenson, Popham, Lemire, Irwin, Monet, Lemire, Johnstone, Nelson, and DePaul is the field. 11 laps to go. Casey Stephenson hammers it, and we're back to green. Into 1 and 2, PJ Popham trying to keep pace. Can't do anything this time through 3 and 4. Trouble for Andrew Nelson. Andrew Nelson, the bottom of turn number 2, and he brings out the caution. So Nelson spins by himself, and he will have to go to the pits. All right, going single file once again here. Still 9 laps complete, 11 laps to go, and Casey Stephenson out in front. PJ Popham, Braden Lemire, Clay Irwin, Bill Monet, Patrick Lemire, Jason Johnstone, and Levi DePaul, the full field. Popham looking for a good jump. Maybe make a move on Stephenson. Green flags out. Popham throws her down into 1 and 2. Goes side by side momentarily, but Stephenson's able to take off with the lead. Stephenson into turn number 3 and off of turn number 4. Continues to lead. Clay Irwin to the inside of Braden Lemire for the 3rd spot. Irwin's got it into 1 and 2. Lemire going to battle back, and the 185 is back on the podium. Casey Stephenson off of turn number 4 to complete in the lap number 11. 11 complete, 9 to go. Stephenson, Popham, Lemire, Irwin, Monet to the inside of Irwin into turn number 3, and off of turn number 4, the 108 and the 93 going side by side. That's the race for 4th. Jason Johnstone trying to get in on that battle as well. Into turns 3 and 4. Irwin has fended off the Monet charge for now. Stephenson out in front and motoring in the 67. A 1.3 second advantage for Casey Stephenson. He'll come up on Levi DePaul this time. 14 laps complete. 6 laps to go. Stephenson, Popham, Lemire, Irwin, Monet, Johnstone, and Patrick Lemire going side by side for a position. Monet and Irwin, still a pretty close battle here in the 93 and the 108 through 1 and 2. Monet cuts it down to the inside off of turn number 2 and puts the 108 into the 4th position. Here comes Jason Johnstone as well off of turn number 4. Irwin turns it back underneath him. 4th, 5th, and 6th locked in a tight one. Monet is able to take off. Casey Stephenson has picked up some distance now. 2-second lead for the 67 over the 2. 67, 2, 185, 108. Now Jason Johnstone muscles his way into the 5th spot around Clay Irwin. Irwin tries to battle back, but Jason Johnstone has taken the 5th spot. Oh, trouble. Levi DePaul spins out right in front of Clay Irwin. Yellow flag cars in the bottom of turns 1 and 2. So Levi DePaul was running in the middle of the racetrack and spun out right in front of Clay Irwin. So as you can see on the big screen down there, DePaul just overcooked it, got it sideways. Clay Irwin, of course, with nowhere to go in the 93. Irwin was running 6th at the time. We ask that you please not stand on the front straightaway fence while cars are rolling on the track. As Clay Irwin gets push truck in behind him, and Levi DePaul does as well. Both of those cars go into the pits. Green flag's back out. Braden Lemire to the inside of PJ Popham through 1 and 2, looking for the 2nd spot. Popham able to rifle back around him. Now here comes Bill Monet to the inside of Lemire into turn number 3. 3 wide for 2nd. Now off of turn number 4. White flag is out for Casey Stephenson. Into 1 and 2. He picked up a win down at the Gallatin Speedway a couple weeks ago. And off of turn number 4 in 4 races in Superstock competition, he remains undefeated. Casey Stephenson wins it again. PJ Popham in second, Braden Lemire in third, Bill Monet in fourth. For the 4th time at Electric City Speedway in 2026, the driver of car number 67 is in victory lane. 4 races with the Superstocks and 4 wins here at Electric City Speedway in 2026. Casey Stephenson, put your hands together for car number 67. And we'll toss it down to Jeremy Myers in victory lane.
Hey kids, what number just won? 6-7! Woo! Okay, one more quick announcement. I want you guys to know we got a very busy week coming up. We're going to be getting ready for the 4th of July. This coming Friday, we have a great show. We also have the Rocky Mountain Sprint Cars coming into town Thursday and Friday. We have a great show coming up. We're going to have some fireworks ready for you guys probably Friday night and Saturday night. So please be ready. Enjoy this main that we're going to have here with the late models. But just be prepared to come out this Friday and Saturday and support the Electric City Speedway. Thank you guys and enjoy the main.
Thank you, Jeremy. The fastest in the falls on Friday and Saturday. That's the next big one. Late models. From the back to the front, car number 99, Nick Brindley. On the outside of row number 2, Ty Hampel and Vernon Hill Jr. in the 3rd spot. Gary Hill on the outside of the front row and Vernon Hill on the pole tonight. Pace vehicle pulls off. Pick out your favorite race fans. Vernon Hill and Gary Hill on the front row. The green flag waves and we are racing. And they're off into 1 and 2. Vernon Hill comes up and slams the door on Gary Hill. Now Vernon Hill Jr. off of turn number 4. Vernon Hill is your leader. Ty Hampel takes the 3rd spot from VJ off of turn number 4. Back into 1 and 2. Gary Hill closed up on Vernon Hill momentarily. But Hill is able to get a great drive off of turn number 2 and continue to lead. Hill, Gary Hill, Ty Hampel, Vernon Hill Jr., and Nick Brindley. Ty Hampel, Gary Hill way sideways through 3 and 4. Ty Hampel able to take the 2nd spot now. Now Hampel has 17 laps to try and erase a 1-second lead for Vernon Hill off of turn number 4. Takes 2/10 off that time. Vernon Hill has the lead. Ty Hampel closing up into turn number 3. Vernon Hill Jr. to the inside of Gary Hill off of turn number 4. That time Vernon Hill was able to lengthen his lead as Hampel got a little out of shape through 3 and 4 that time. Vernon Hill Jr. and Gary Hill locked in a tight battle, 1H and 30 for that third spot. Give it to Vernon Hill Jr. this time. Still 1.2 seconds is the advantage as we've got 6 laps complete now in this feature. Make it 7, Vernon Hill. Now lengthening his lead to about 1.5 seconds over Ty Hampel, Vernon Hill Jr., Gary Hill, and Nick Brindley. Now through 1 and 2, Hampel starting to close up big time. Into turns 3 and 4, Hampel edging closer. Cue the Jaws music, here we go. Just 1/2 second is the lead now for Vernon Hill. Ty Hampel took a shot through 1 and 2. It did not work, and now Hampel's going to have to gather it back in. Vernon Hill through the top of 3 and 4. Completes another lap. 10 up, 10 down, 10 to go here. Ty Hampel through 1 and 2. Staying with Vernon Hill now. He slips up a little bit. Lead at 7/10 of a second. Into 1 and 2, Hampel gets a great drive, but Vernon Hill gets a great drive off of turn number 2. Now he stumbles on entry into 3 and 4, but he gets a great drive off, so 1/2 second remains the lead. Hampel a little squirrely off of turn number 2. Into 3 and 4, Vernon Hill continuing to lead. 13 laps complete, 7 to go. Vernon Hill now out of shape. Here comes Vernon Hill Jr. into turn number 3. Throw a blanket over the top 3. Vernon Hill Jr. to the inside of Ty Hampel off of turn number 4. And the 1H is into the second spot by the hair on his chinny chin chin. 75 1/1000ths of a second. Now it's a Hill and Hill Jr. battle. Into turn number 3. Here comes VJ to the inside of Vernon Hill. Ty Hampel there as well. Vernon Hill is able to maintain the top spot. Into 1 and 2, Vernon Hill Jr. with a bonsai slide job, and he takes the lead. Vernon Hill cuts it back, down the back, shooting into turn number 3. Ty Hampel there as well. 3-course racing for the lead. Ty Hampel now into 1 and 2. Throws his name back up and into the hat, has the nose out in front. Off of turn number 2, Vernon Hill is able to slam the door. No, Hampel keeps his nose down there on the inside into turn number 3, side by side for the race lead. What a drive from Vernon Hill to keep the lead. 3 to go. Into 1 and 2. Vernon Hill a little squirrely, and Ty Hampel slams that door. They're on their feet here at Electric City Speedway. Here comes Vernon Hill Jr. again. 2 laps to go. Into 1 and 2. Vernon Hill Jr. has the nose out in front. VJ as Vernon Hill gets a little out of shape up and into the weeds off of turn number 2. Ty Hampel takes the white flag now. Into 1 and 2. Looking for 2 in a row. Ty Hampel into turn number 3 off of turn number 4. Slow and methodical, and Ty Hampel steps it up and wins at Electric City Speedway. Vernon Hill Jr. in second. Vernon Hill in third. Nick Brindley going to bring it home fourth, and Gary Hill rounds out the field.
All right, we have the Fastest of the Falls coming up this Friday and Saturday. Please come out and support this. We're going to have some awesome racing this coming weekend. I would appreciate if everybody would show up and support it. We're definitely going to have some fireworks and some really neat stuff going on next week. So please get here as early as you can. We're going to have the color guard will be here as well with, I believe, Malmstrom Air Force Base. So please come out and support. I appreciate everything you guys are doing for us, and I hope you enjoy what we're providing for you guys. Thank you.
He's in victory lane for Hampel Excavation. Photos by Beck, Hampel Insurance Services, Hill Masonry, and THR Transport. Ladies and gentlemen, car number 29, Ty Hampel. That was one of the best 5-car races you're ever going to see. If you're headed to the exits, thank you very much for coming out to Electric City Speedway, braving the rain, and hanging out with us tonight. Come back on the 3rd and 4th, Friday and Saturday. Modified Sprint Cars, Street Stocks, oh my, to celebrate the 250th birthday for America. If you're headed to the pits, please wait until victory lane is clear. Go back, get yourself some merch, autographs, pictures, all that good stuff. As Ty Hample gives us a little victory pump. Thank you once again for coming out tonight.
All right, Ty, tell us how you did it.
Oh, I finally saw my opening and took it, and that was another fun race. Hats down to all you race fans, all the track here. It's awesome up here. I love it.
What's with this coming from behind all the time? What's that about?
Oh, I don't have very good luck drawing, so I just gotta figure out a way to try and get it done.
All right, give it up for him, guys. Congratulations.
Congratulations, Ty Hample, second win in a row here at Electric City Speedway. Thank you for coming out tonight on behalf of everybody here at Electric City Speedway. Please drive home safely. I'm Kelby Cross saying good night and God bless.